Hello there, digital peeps at YouTube's mkgtweety here once again, doing a 4-part series on this channel, to bring some comfort into the world, maybe to your children, maybe to adults out there, whatever the case is, because I know we have a very bad virus going around, and it's come to pandemic proportions. And I wanted to bring some comfort into the world by reading some children's stories. So the first one we read, and watch the first video in the series, because then it explains kind of everything. But this is the first one we read, which was Mr. Neil Gaiman's Blueberry Girl. Illustrations by Charles Vess. So that's the first one we read. So you can go to the first video, and that's the first one we read. I also posted 2 pictures on Twitter that I will put the links to the pictures in the description box below. I posted 2 things from this particular cookbook right here. Okay, the first one was a homemade Play-Doh recipe. So if you have Play-Doh or Play-Doh kit, you don't have the Play-Doh, you can home make and have a lot of fun, make with mom or dad, and you can spend hours messing with Play-Doh. The second one was a homemade alphabet soup. So if you want to make a pot of something, you can have a great big giant pot, and you can have it for your lunches and things like that while you're all cooped up inside, staying away from people and places and stuff. So I'll put the links to those in the description box below. You might know me from another channel called mkgtweety. This is mkgtweety because this is off my Google account, because I had to have my last name. But on my other account got suspended for something stupid I had done, which was I accidentally spammed the live streamer's chat and didn't realize I was doing that. But if you want to know the whole story, if you're curious or whatever, all the links to that will be in the description box below. The one we read in the previous video was to Think I Saw That on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. And the one that we're going to read right now in this particular video. And I started doing the video for this particular story, but then my camera battery died and I had to wait to recharge. So now that my camera is fully charged, we can begin. If you want to follow me on my socials are linked in the description box below. I'm on Twitter at mkgtweety, so if you have a chocolate question you would like answered, I can certainly do so. If you just want to chit chat, if you just want to say, hey, thanks for the videos you just made, you can use this for nap time, you can use this as bedtime, so everyone get all comfy cozy, get all snuggy ruggies with your loved ones, get all ready. We are going to read a story by it's called Seuss by Dr. Seuss. And, the cover came off. Please forgive me, this book is very old. So here we go, digital peeps. Are we all ready? Are we all ready to listen? Okay, here we go. We're going to read Horton Hatches the Egg by Dr. Seuss. Say hi, Horton. Hi. Sighed Maisie, a lazy bird hatching an egg. I'm tired and I'm bored. I've got kinks in my legs from just sitting here day after day. It's work and I hate it. I'd much rather play. I'd take a vacation, fly off for a rest. If I could find someone to stay on my nest. If I could find someone, I'd fly away free. See, she's just a tad stressed out mama bird. Then Horton the elephant passes by her tree. Hello, called the lazy bird, smiling her best. You've done nothing to do and I need a rest. Would you like to sit on my nest? Sit on the egg on my nest? The elephant laughed. Why, of all the silly things, I haven't feathers, I haven't wings. Me on your egg? Why, that doesn't make sense. Your egg is so small, ma'am. I'm so immense. Tut, tut, answered Maisie. I know you're not small, but I'm sure you can do it. No trouble at all. Just sit on it softly. You're gentle and kind. Come be a good fellow. I know you won't mind. I can't, said the elephant. Please, begged the bird. I won't be gone long, sir. I give you my word. I'll hurry right back. Why, I'll never be missed. Very well, said the elephant, since you insist. You want to go on vacation. Go fly and take it. I'll sit on your egg and try not to break it. I'll stay and be faithful. I mean what I say. Toodles, sang Maisie and fluttered away. There she goes. Oh, let's see what he's going to do next. The first thing I'll do, muttered Horton. Let's see. The first thing to do is to prop up this tree and make it stronger. It has to be done before I get on it. I must weigh a ton. So he's putting the sticks on. You don't want to hurt the tree, but, you know. Then carefully, tenderly, gently he crept up the trunk to the nest where the little egg slept. Let's see what happens next. Then Horton the elephant smiled. Now that's that. And he sat, and he sat, and he sat, and he sat. There he is, sitting away. Sitting on that egg, digital peeps. Sitting on that egg. And he sat all that day, and he kept the egg warm, and he sat all that night through a terrible storm. It poured and it lightened, and it thundered and it rumbled. This isn't much fun, the poor elephant grumbled. I'd wish you'd come back, 'cause I'm cold and I'm wet. I hope that Maisie bird doesn't forget. Poor Horton on the rain. Aww. But Maisie, by this time, was far beyond reach, enjoying the sunshine way off in Palm Beach, and having such fun, such a wonderful rest, decided she'd never go back to her nest. Uh-oh, that's being a bad mama bird, isn't it? She's our girl, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia, I'm going. I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. Uh-oh, something happens to Horton. So Horton keeps smiling, sitting there, day after day. And soon it was autumn. The leaves blew away. And then came winter. The snow and the sleet. And icicles hung from his trunk and his feet. But Horton kept sitting, and he said with a sneeze, I'll stay on this egg, and I won't let it freeze. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. Aw, Horton on the snow. But he's braving it. He's braving it. Soon Horton sat there through the whole winter, and then came the springtime, with troubles anew. His friends gathered round, and they shouted with glee, Look at Horton the elephant up in the tree. They taunted, they teased him. They yelled, How absurd! The old Horton the elephant thinks he's a bird. Look at him teasing him like that. They laughed laughed and they laughed, and then they all ran away. Horton was lonely. He wanted to play. He sat on the egg and continued to say, I said what I meant, and I said what I meant. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. Everybody's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Bye. Uh-oh, something's happening. No matter what happens, the egg must be tended. But poor Horton's troubles were far from ended. For while Horton sat there, so faithful, so kind, 3 hunters came sneaking up behind. Oh, excuse me. 3 hunters came sneaking up softly behind. Oh, they're sneaking up. Uh-oh. He heard the men's footsteps. He turned with a start. 3 rifles were aiming straight for his heart. Oh no, little peeps. Oh no. Be brave, Horton. Did he run? He did not. Horton stayed on that nest, held his head high, threw out his chest, and looked at the hunters, as much to say, shoot if you must, but I won't run away. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. He's like, you ain't getting this nest, girl. Walk away, bye. St. Joel's. But the men didn't shoot. Much to Horton's surprise, they dropped their 3 guns, and they stared with wide eyes. Look, they all shouted. Can such a thing be? An elephant sitting on top of a tree. It's strange, it's amazing, it's wonderful news. Don't shoot him. We'll catch him. Yes, that's just what we'll do. Let's take him alive. Why, he's terribly funny. We'll send him back home to a circus for money. Whoa, greediness happening. We'll take him for a ride. Yes, that's what we'll do. The first thing he knew, they had built a big wagon with ropes in the front for the pullers to drag on. They dug up his tree, and they put it aside. Was Horton so sad he practically cried? We're off, shouted the men, and they went, with Horton unhappy 100%. He's like, no, let me go. Excuse me, but I need to be like sitting on his nest here. Like, do not take me, honey. Up out of the jungle, up into the sky, up over the mountains 10,000 feet high, and then down the mountain, and down to the sea, went the cart with the elephant, egg, nest, and tree. So they're pulling them all around. Where do you think you want to go, little peeps? Let's find out. Out of the wagon, then out of the wagon, and onto a ship. Out over the ocean. And oh, what a trip. Rolling and tossing and splashing with the spray. And Horton said day after day, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. But oh, I'm so seasick, 100%. There he is, getting seasick, little peeps. Getting seasick with the little fishy jumping out. And she's like, what? After bobbing around for 2 weeks like a cork, they landed at last in the town of New York. All ashore, the men shouted. And down with a lurch went Horton the elephant, still on his perch, tied onto the board that could just scarcely hold him. Bump! Horton landed, And the men sold him. Why, yes, he'll make a fine addition to our circus. Yes. 10,000 for him, yes. Uh-oh. Sold to the circus. Then week after week, they showed him to people at 10 cents a peek. They took him to Boston, to Kalamazoo, to Chicago, Weehawken and Washington too. To Dayton, Ohio, to St. Paul, Minnesota, to Wichita, Kansas, to Drake, North Dakota. And everywhere thousands of folks flocked to see and laughed at the elephant up in a tree. Poor Horton grew sadder the further he went. But he said as he sat in the hot, noisy tent, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. Yes, come see the elephant sitting on an egg, ladies and gentlemen, digital peeps. Yes, come see the egg. Yes, 10 cents to see the elephant. Oh, I'm going to put them on for show. Oh, that's not good. Then, one day, the circus show happened to reach a town way down south, not far from Palm Beach. And dwindling along high up in the sky, who, of all people, should chance to fly by but that good old nothing bird Maisie, still on vacation and still just as lazy. And spying the flag of the tent just below, she sang out, What fun! I think I'll go to the show. And see, she's flying in. And then she swooped from the clouds, opened the tent door. Goodness gracious, grabbed Maisie. I've seen you before. Poor Horton looked up with his face white as chalk. He started to speak, but before he could talk... Uh-oh, something's going to happen. Let's find out. Uh-oh. There rang out the noisiest ear-splattering squeaks from the egg that he sat on for 51 weeks. A thumping and a bumping and a wild, alive screeching. My egg, shouted Horton. My egg, why it's hatching. Well, technically it ain't his egg, but... Excuse me, there's a beep. But it's mine, screamed the bird when she heard the egg crack. The work was all done, now she wanted it back. It's my egg, she sputtered. You stole it from me. Get off my nest and get out of my tree. Poor Horton backed down with a sad, heavy heart. Aw. He did all that work for her, and she all mad like, Get off my egg, sister. I don't think so. That ain't yours and mine. But at that very instant, the egg burst apart, and out of the pieces of the red and white eggshell, from the egg that he sat on so long and so well, Horton the elephant saw something whiz. It had ears, a tail, and a trunk just like his. Look, it's an elephant with wings. It's gonna fly. And the people came shouting, What's all this? What's all this about? They looked, and they started with their eyes popping out. They cheered, and they cheered, and they cheered even more. They'd never seen anything like it before. My goodness gracious! My goodness! My gracious! They shouted. My word! It's something brand new. It's an elephant bird. And it should be. And it should be. And it should be like that. Because Horton was faithful. He sat and he sat. He meant what he said, and he said what he meant. I don't know, look what happened. And there's Maisie like, girl. I'm mine. That ain't yours. Man, look at all these, whatever. And they sent him home happy. 100%. Here he is. He's coming off the truck. The end. Yay! We did it, digital peeps. Yay! Woo! Yay! I hope you enjoyed that story, digital peeps. The next one we're going to read in the next video is Yertle the Turtle. It's Yertle the Turtle and other stories, but I'm just going to read Yertle the Turtle. In the next one, digital peeps. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope I'm bringing some comfort to you and your children and your family or whomever you are watching this video. I hope you watch this. I hope you got some laughter and a good old story and thought about, take your mind off of things for a little bit. If you like what you see, you can subscribe in the description box below. If you like what you see and what I do, you can follow me on all my socials. Links to them in the description box below. I have a Pinterest, Tumblr, Wattpad, and I'm on Twitter at mkgtweety. And if you really, really, really like it, hit the thumbs up button. Stick around. I'm going to do the 4th video in a series. I'll put links to the other stories that I've done in this little playlist thing. And I will be back with Yertle the Turtle. See you later, little peeps. Bye. Love and lipping. Mwah.